Spencer is here post-race for SunsetSpeedway.ca here with the astronaut Brandon McFerran after one of those endurance nights, man. You were busy, you were hopping. We should have got you a late model, and you could have run the table, run the trifecta tonight.
Yeah.
Top 3 finish in the mini stock,
Yep.
and top 5 finish
yep.
in the super stock. So a really good night. Probably could have used a little bit of luck on your side in the mini stock feature though.
Yeah, I mean the mini stock feature, like we gotta draw better. We're lucky enough that the stuff people tangled up front, and we just swerved down to the bottom and passed a bunch of cars and trucked on. So we got up to the front pretty fast, but Butler and Tyson and all these Nissans and I forget what kind of Cavalier I think that Tyson's. I'm not too sure.
Sunfire. Pontiac Sunfire.
They got those cars working pretty good, and I feel like we were all close. We were all there. It was just no one was giving any breaks. I had House right on my tail. Had a good race with him. But just I need to start drawing better. I need to start drawing up at the front like these guys are.
Super stock, another good run, and it by watching your heat races, it looked as though you looked a little uncomfortable, to be honest. You didn't look like you sort of found your rhythm, and then the feature was a completely different story. Is that what was going on?
I mean, in the heat race, we started deep, and I got boxed in for the first few laps, and once I got back in the rhythm and got used to the car again, I started wheeling in on the front pack like Zardo and all them guys, but we just ran out of time, and that put us into the B main, or the Consi, the first Consi. Started outside pole and battled with Brendan Adams, and whatever happened there, and we transferred in and just bunch of jokesters over there. But no, it was a fun night. That put us. I drew 7th for the feature in the super stock, and just started picking them off one by one, and settled in for a 4th.
Without airing anybody out or pointing fingers or dropping names, were you at all surprised at how these dudes in super stock do not give you a lift, and how hard they try to make your life when you go by them? I mean, that's racing. I get that, but it really does seem like it's a different style of racing when you move up a division.
It's not what I'm used to. Let's just leave it at that. It's no one. In many stocks we don't give an inch, and we don't. We take what we can get. And in super stocks, it's just you're fighting for millimeters. That's what you're fighting for, and it's a little different field out here, and I try to pass the guy clean, and he jacks me up going into 3 and sends me up the track. And I mean, I don't know. I thought we had respect for each other, but I guess not.
Does tonight in the super stock sort of gear you up for where you want to go next year?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we pretty well have our eyes set on moving up next year, whether it's super stock or something else. But I'm pretty excited to move on up and get banging doors with these guys, literally.
Yeah. Doors, fenders,
yeah,
nose cones, tail cones, whatever.
Racing like panels are free out here, But no, like I got orders from race team owner Jeff Lapsovich to keep all fenders on the car and stay out of trouble and use my head, and that's exactly what I did. I could have very well, did stuff that maybe I would have done if it was, my car, or if I wasn't gaining somebody points. But I just used my head and settled for a 4th.
There you have, folks. Brandon McFerran taking what he can get. Yep. He's gonna walk out of here. Points are tight in the mini stocks. Golly.
Coming in tonight, there were 8 points separating the top 5. So
well, I think it's going to get a lot tighter after tonight. To be honest with you, it's going to get crazy, and I don't see it. I don't see that stopping anytime soon. Yeah. That's going to go right to the end. I think it's going to be one of those deals that comes down to championship night. So we'll see who's built to go into the deep waters and who's not.
For sure.
There you have, folks. The astronaut Brandon McFerran gearing up to get back here and do it all over again next Saturday.